Thanks for tuning in. See Andy back with another video. If you like today's content, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. On deck, Canelo versus Charlo. Saturday night, Charlo was clearly dominated by Canelo. We all saw. I gotta say, I give Canelo his props. I give both of the guys their props there in the ring, fighting it out. You know what? Dangerous things happen. Protect yourself at all times. Seemed like Charlo was in protection mode. He wasn't really stepping up, trying to do his thing. I give him the props, moving up 2 divisions. But what Charlo's known for, being aggressive on the front foot, attack mode, body shots, left hooks, uppercuts. None of that was took place in this fight. It almost looked like survival mode, to keep it kind. Looked like he felt the power with that looping right hand, and seemed like he didn't like the power. He knew what he was up against. It seemed like he made an early decision early in the fight to just stay alive, not get knocked out, which I say is it's not easy, I would say, to even survive just a fight with Canelo, but still a little bit disappointing to a lot of people. Coming from Louisiana, I was rocking with Charlo. Y'all all know I said I was rooting for Charlo, but I did pick Canelo to win by knockout. So for him to survive, I would still say shouts out to him. He did his thing. He got a next fight got to be a fight for redemption. As for Canelo, you can look at it both ways. Dominated. Canelo clearly back top in the sport, you know, undisputed, taking on undisputed. But I have to say there is a point where I thought Canelo would go for the knockout. He hasn't been getting those big knockouts as of lately. The John Ryder fight was unanimous. So I'll say that I expected a little bit more from Canelo. I did expect the knockout either way, either a shot from Charlo or Canelo, but was more likely to be walked down. Gotta say, Canelo, he looked like he was in real good shape. He did look like he wasn't winded. He was standing up during the break, not even really sitting down on the stool. And he had claimed the right hand was hurting him a lot earlier. In earlier fights that he looked impressed. So I can't say I was really impressed. Canelo did what he had to do, but I still feel like been more impressive if he would have knocked Charlo out. That's what we come to see. So I would like to say, you know, shouts out to both guys. This is a very disappointing fight. In my opinion, it was probably 2 rounds where I started to play with my brother's dogs, and kind of even listening to the fight was boring for me. So hopefully next fight we'll be seeing a big step up moves. Kind of waiting on Canelo to settle a little bit, get this fight out of his system, and here he's going to fight next. A lot of things on the table for him. I would really like to see Cinco de Mayo. I would like to see David Benavidez versus Canelo. Starting to feel a little bit different about that fight now. If Canelo is really, if he's really nursing that hand injury and things like that, I'm starting to give him, sound crazy, but I was definitely last couple months, years, I was saying that Benavidez would walk through Canelo. Not feeling that way right now. I'm feeling kind of that Canelo held back, and he has one more big fight in him, maybe more than one, but versus Benavidez, I don't think that he would lay back. I think he would go for the knockout. I think it'd be a pride thing, Mexico versus Mexico, and I think he would go for the knockout. And thinking about the David Benavidez side is it's kind of a lack of defense, very aggressive offense, but a lack of defense. So that's hopefully the fight that I'd like to see. Also, you know, talks we've been hearing since the Spence and Crawford that Canelo will be getting in with Crawford, possibly. That's who Crawford's calling out, wants to make history moving up all those divisions, 68, 40, 35, 47, all those different divisions going up and taking on a Canelo. As of right now, I just don't think that, for one, I know Crawford wouldn't lay down. I think that Crawford wouldn't be in survival mode, but I'm starting to wonder if Crawford would have the power to hurt Canelo. If you can't hurt Canelo, it's going to be trouble. I know that styles make fights. I think that being a southpaw style would bother Canelo, but it's going to be aggression in your face. I'm just not sure if Crawford's going to be able to make Canelo respect the power. So that was something that either way I go, it'll be a great fight. I would like to see it, but most of all, I would like to see that Cinco de Mayo matchup, David Benavidez. And like I said, disappointing with Charlo being dominated, never sitting on his punches, never turning up, never doing the things that we like to see Charlo do. So gotta say, a little bit disappointed with him. And hopefully his next fight, he needs to take on somebody tough, maybe like a Tim Tszyu, or maybe he could go up. He already did business at 154. Maybe he could go up to 160 and maybe take on some of those guys. So I think I'm going to leave it right there. Charlo clearly dominated, didn't turn up, looked like he was in survival mode. So shouts out to Canelo once again. Pride of Mexico, pride of boxing, doing his thing, did it. You know, Canelo gets a lot of hate. I try to just keep it fair and balanced. Canelo did his thing, but I like to see him step up a lot more and get Charlo out of there. As for Charlo, congratulations on the payday. And also congratulations on being able to survive. I know he's probably happy. In the beginning of the fight, he did say it was a win-win for him. So I kind of knew what his mind frame was at right then. You know, wasn't really going in there to do damage. So, but I'm going to leave it right there. Let me know who you want to see Canelo take on next. David Benavidez, Terence Crawford. Tell me how you feel about both of those fights. And Demetrius Andrade in the background also, I think, who gets slept on. He deserves some recognition. So maybe Canelo will take on him at 168. So you like the content, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Next video, we'll probably be talking about Crawford and all his options in the sport. So hit that like button. Peace.